All right, folks, making his return to Do You Know Jack with Jack Antonio. Here is the one, the only man, myth, and legend, Max Cavalera, on the line with me today. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Awesome, especially now that I hear that Soulfly is doing a little bit of a Canadian run with the Nail Bomb record, man.
That's right. We're getting ready. It's gonna be awesome. We have a lot of shows in Canada, and we had so much fun in October during the Point Blank tour that we told our booking agent we wanted to continue carry on in places that we didn't play before. So they set up this run now in February and March, and I'm super excited, man. It's great. It's a great. I love the records. Um, we're planning to add a couple things, a couple other songs, more
Oh, nice.
maybe some stuff from the live record, maybe some covers,
Yeah.
maybe a new Soulfly song to go with it, and
Oh.
so it'd be even more excited than last time.
Yeah, well, I mean, just thinking back now to the genesis of the whole tour. I mean, what made you decide to do a run with the Nail Bomb record in the first place?
It kind of came out of the Roots tour. We had so much fun on the Roots tour, and even though Roots was a little bit different, it was a bigger bigger shows and was
Hmm.
more of a big deal. But the idea is the same. It's like you grabbing something that was done quite a long time ago, um, put some work on it, jam, learn the songs, and you take it on tour and see what happens. Um, the cool thing about the Nail Bomb is that it's more underground, and I like that a lot because I've always been a big fan of the underground, and
Hmm.
Nail Bomb was always underground. It was never really meant to be big or anything like real popular. So we keeping that spirit alive, and like just the shows are smaller, like smaller venues, but that's what's cool. That's what it makes it super amazing and exciting. Um, so yeah, so it came from the Roots idea, but I think the Nail Bomb is quite unique on its own way because you have like Soulfly playing the Nail Bomb songs. That's different on itself. And then I have my sons on the stage. I'm playing drums. Igor's doing Alex's vocals and playing samplers. Um, I
Nice.
think the fact that Soulfly is behind it as a band with the power that Soulfly has
Uh-huh.
made the songs really organic and really feel like a real band playing Point Blank, like Point Blank was made to go on tour.
Hmm.
All those things really have crossed my mind as really cool, man. And like that record is really special to play
Yeah.
live because the energy is there, the anger is there, the power is there. We just transform it with the Soulfly weight behind it. So
Yeah.
it's great. I'm really excited.
It looks like too, if I have my dates here correct, you'll be celebrating the 24th anniversary in Canada. That's pretty special.
I don't even know those things. Those dates are. I'm bad at those, man. Like the other day, the guy told me, "Oh, it's 21 years since this or that," and I'm like, "Really?" I'm horrible with dates. Like I forget birthdays of family members and stuff like that all the time.
Yeah.
Uh, but I'm cool. It's exciting, man. Like especially an album because it was like it really came out of nowhere. Like
Yeah.
we weren't even making a record. We were just like having fun. And Gloria, she got us a record deal, and we went to the studio. But we never lost that kind of the spirit, the punk spirit, that kind of do it yourself. The album is very much do it yourself.
Yeah.
Don't care what people say. It's just angry, heavy, really, electronic. That industrial metal kind of feeling, hardcore punk,
Hmm.
um, all the way through. So I think it's cool, man. And I think at this time in my career, I get to do things like that. I think it's great because I go to the future with records like Psychosis last year
Hmm.
and New Soulfly that is going to come out in the summer. I'm pretty much finishing the Soulfly record right now. And hopefully we get to play one new song for a New Soulfly on the Nail Bomb tour. That's our plan at least.
Yeah,
And
that
then
would be amazing.
that would be really cool. Get the fans a little taste of what's coming. And then like So in one hand, I'm going to the future, but in the other hand, I love doing this old stuff like Nail Bomb and
Mm-hmm.
Roots, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna do Chaos at some point, or do another sample record. And but Nail Bomb was very special. Everybody really loved this record, man. Everybody was.
Oh yeah.
It's a cult record through the ages, and I think it's a treat for the fans, and for me, it's such a blessing. I get to play this record. I really, really love this record a lot.
I think you can, it wears its influences on its sleeves too, because I mean, you can hear the punk rock come in there, and you can hear the industrial, obviously, with the samples and other, bits, and then, of course, you can hear the thrash metal, metal vibe in there as well. I mean, I'm assuming the punk influences on that record probably came from Alex, right?
Yeah, both of us, we both love. Alex is more like Steve Albini, Big Black,
Mm-hmm.
kind of influence. Mine is more kind of like Discharge, GBH and Dead Kennedys,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But we did it together. It was cool. It really kind of started like I wanted Alex to show me how they did the riffs for Hate Songs in E minor, which is like
Mm-hmm.
Fudge Tunnel's
Mm-hmm.
my favorite Fudge Tunnel record. And then I end up show him how do I make riffs for like Beneath the Remains and Arise, the trashy, chugging riffs. So we end up switching riffs to each other, and then we end up writing our own riffs. And then next thing I know, Alex had a sampler machine doing drum programs, and next thing we know, we had songs. So it just kind of came out of nowhere, and we kept that spirit all the way, even when we had a real studio. That underground do-it-yourself spirit was always around the record. That's why on the inside is all our own handwriting. On the lyrics is all stuff that we handwrite ourselves, and
For sure.
it's got that kind of punk feeling all the way through.
Even the album covers, I mean, they really,
It's very
they're
discharged, very black and white,
yeah, yeah,
very hardcore. That picture is very controversial, and
yeah.
I mean, I love the just how ferocious the album cover looks. It just looks great. From far you can't miss it when you look at it, like that's Nail Bomb.
Yeah.
It's as in your face as it gets.
Now, specifically with the actual tour itself, I heard two things, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you've got the original backdrop that you used for Nail Bomb, but you also have secured the rights to all of the samples too, which should get an air of authenticity in there.
Right, we did that. In fact, Alex helped us with that. We got my wife contacted him, and she talked to Alex, and Alex was very helpful in getting all the samplers and telling us what to get from the record. And we had the backdrops, man, from the original Holland show,
Mm-hmm.
which is a KKK guy with a target in his face, which is like perfect for right now for America that we're living in right now.
Yeah.
So. And the stage looks cool. Like, we have a lot of camouflage stuff. We have a lot of gas masks and a lot of like shooting targets.
Yeah.
Looks very military. It's very Nail Bomb. So, and then we let the music do the rest of the talk. We just have the military looking on the stage, and then we have the music do the rest.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Well, now you mentioned there's some new Soulfly coming out, and I've read here and there that you are sort of returning to a more tribal feel, which begs the question. I mean, is this, roots influence to a certain degree? Because when I hear the word tribal, I immediately, think of that record.
Yeah, it does have some stuff like that, but the record actually ended up taking a different kind of route when we were in the studio. Some of the stuff ended up being actually kind of political with what's going on right now. And there's even a song about a Navajo murder that happened in the Navajo reservation. The police killed this young girl, and I was really intrigued with the whole story, and we made a song out of it. And the record kind of, to me, kind of has a little bit of a Chaos AD kind of feeling to it. It's like kind of like that kind of groove, but also trash, also mix on the sound, and I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but it has the sound of right now too, which is cool. It's like it's a contemporary record. It feels like it's done right now, but it's I'm really stoked on it. I still got to finish 2 songs. I have to sing 2 songs. I got to get Ross from Immolation to sing in one of the songs.
Hmm.
He's one of the guests that are going to be on the album. I don't know who the other guest is going to be, but I'm very stoked on the record. I think it does kind of have that kind of classic Chaos AD feeling to it, which is great. Which is I think is really cool to have that kind of feeling on a record. And
Hmm.
um, you know, I don't know. Every record is different. It's definitely different from the Cavalera record that I just released, and definitely different from Archangel. So I think that's cool to have something that's different from the other stuff that you just did. We're trying all the time to come up with different stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now, I mean, as you should, right? I mean, I think in this day and age, it's probably easy to go the vanilla route and in being, what the state of the music industry is, instead of, trying to stretch yourself and do something you've never done before.
Well, after doing record for so long, I know what I like, and I kind of feel what people wants to hear, and I kind of like that. Kind of goes hand in hand, which is like my own favorite stuff and what people wants to hear. They're almost kind of similar, so I think that makes kind of life easier. And I don't have a pressure of record labels not breathing down my neck to write pop songs and shit like that. I don't have that. I can go as metal as I want. I can go as heavy as I want. Um, the only pressure is to make something good, like
Yeah.
something that people are gonna like. And I think we did Psychosis last year. It was really well received. And I was actually really surprised of the reception. I never get kind of that good a reception from my records. And there's always some people that don't like what you do or whatever. But Psychosis was really well received. Um, and I think this Opera record has the same. It has the same kind of quality that's like really cool.
Hmm.
Um, the songs just sound good. They're just powerful songs, and Marco Rizzo is doing some amazing guitar stuff. All the players, Zion did a great job on the drums, and um, I tried real hard to have different topics and different lyrics, and
Hmm.
so so my vocals a bit different, and I'm touching different subjects on the album also. So all that together makes it into something special, But it's definitely it's I love what's going on in metal right now. I love the records that came out.
Yeah.
Dying Fetus and um, Genocide Pact and Harm's Way. Um, the Code Orange record, Cannibal Cannabis Corpse. All of I like a
Hmm.
lot of the stuff that came out this year. So I'm a big fan. I'm a big metal fan. I love the underground. I love a lot of stuff like Dragon to Sunlight
Yeah.
and Gruesome and Crucimentum and Void Terror. I'm just a nerd when it comes to metal. I'm still like a 15-year-old nerd metal looking for bands and
Yeah.
finding bands on Spotify and stuff like that.
Is it harder in this day and age to find those bands, you think?
No, I mean you just gotta look for it, man. They're there. Like a lot of good music is being done right now. Like I say, I mean, to me, when I listen to the new Genocide Pact that just came out,
Hmm.
my favorite record right now. It's just a straight up great death metal record. Like there's nothing really even original about it, but that doesn't mean it's not good. It's just that's what they do. Um, so I don't get too worried about that. I mean, as far as original stuff, it gets kind of harder. There is some bands that do original stuff like Zew and Ardor and Bozer. They're quite original.
Hmm.
Um, but that doesn't bother me too much when a band is not too original. I just when it's good, it's good. I just like when I hear something that catch my attention and it's good.
Yeah.
Um, I love that. So I just heard like the other day I heard this band from Sweden called The Gio. The
Oh.
Gio, I think, and I loved it. I was like, this is like killer. Old Morbid Angel. I like the new Morbid Angel too, by the way. So I thought
Hmm.
it was really
Hmm.
good.
Yeah.
And it was like old school Morbid Angel, like Altars of Madness kind of death metal. So it really caught my attention. And another record I really like was the Jesus Peace record. I thought that was really cool too. So yeah, I love metal, and I'm optimistic for the future of metal. I think we're gonna have a good year of a lot of real good record, a lot of good touring, and I'm excited to be part of the metal that's going on right now. You know.
Yeah, for sure. Well, now thinking all the way back to Nail Bomb, I mean, now that you've had the chance to do several dates and play it live, I mean, what do you enjoy the most about playing the Nail Bomb songs, Max?
I like the simplicity. They're simple songs, you know. They were put together in a really cool way. It was like there was not really a lot of thought behind, so it wasn't overproduced. It wasn't. It was like the first idea was the first. I mean, a song like "Wasting Away," I think it took 5 minutes to write,
Yeah.
but it's fucking killer. I love it. Because it's so simple. I think, and people think. I think sometimes those are like the hardest songs to write. I think even
Yeah.
the most simple one, because you walk the fine line between, you know, a good exciting song and something that's mediocre and you know like cheap. You know, so even though it was written in 5 minutes doesn't mean it's bad. It's just exciting. So I love playing that. And the other thing, my favorite thing about this Nail Bomb tour is the songs we never played before in any. We never played in Holland, like For Fuck's Sake, Sick Life, 24-Hour Bullshit. For some reason, we didn't play those songs when we did the Holland live show, and so now we got all of them back. And when we played them live, it's so good how they go from one to the other. You know, from Wasting Away to Vai Tomar no Cu, and then Cockroaches, Some of Your Achievements, and then Sick Life is just the killer ending. You know, I just love the power of it. It just has a lot of power, a lot of anger, a lot of electricity on those songs.
It's coming up on another World Cup. I know you guys are avid soccer fans. I mean, are you going to be out there, trying to catch some games this summer?
Well, I hope we get to play near. You know, it's in Russia. We're real big in Russia, and we tour Russia all the time.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility that we may be able to get some concerts going on at the same time. You know. But I think Brazil's got a good chance. We got a good team. It's going to be a weird World Cup. But there's no Italy. There's no America. There's no Chile.
Netherlands. They're
a lot of big teams didn't make it, which is really strange, you know.
Yeah.
But it's still going to be fun. Even if I'm not playing, I will definitely be watching.
Right on. Well, listen, Max, it's been great talking to you today. Just to get the information out there again, the Nail Bomb tour that Soulfly is undertaking in Canada is going to kick off March 1st in Victoria, BC, at the Upstairs Cabaret. You can check out the Soulfly social media for the full slate of dates, but it's pretty much from one end of the country at least, though. As far as Quebec, as far as Montreal, Trois Rivières there. So there's definitely a full slate of dates that you can catch Nail Bomb Point Blank as played by Soulfly.
Yeah, and we're really excited for the tour. It's going to be a great tour. It's a big Canadian tour. I never played that many shows in Canada, so we're really pumped. It's going to be, and for any metal fan, I think it'd be worth to check it out because we're not doing that too much, you know. After this tour, I don't know how long more we're gonna do Nail Bomb, but I think we'll move on into like Soulfly, Killer BQ, and other projects, and then so it's quite special. It's check it out. You know, do yourself a favor if you call yourself a metalhead and be there.
Right on, and you figure the new Soulfly is gonna be out this summer.
Yeah, we're trying to right now for like a July or August date. That's what it looks like. You know, we're working on finishing the record now and album cover and stuff like that. But it's coming along great. I'm very excited for it.
Well, listen, Max, I see our time is up. Thank you very much for just being a guest today on Do You Know Jack, man. It's always a privilege and an honor to talk to you, sir.
Thanks a lot, man. Nice talking to you, brother.
All right, have a good one.